Today, it's all about the canna lilies. These beautiful plants did their thing all summer long. Now it's time to dig them up and store them properly so we can enjoy them again next summer. So what I'm going to do today is go around the yard and pick up all those tender bulbs and take up the canna lilies. So let's get to it. So that means going around the yard and collecting a few of these big containers that I had canna lilies planted in over the summer. So I have my buddy Linda here helping me to close some of this garden. And we're digging up the canna lilies. So let's see what we got here. Let's see what the tubers look like. Ooh. Wow, that's a big one.
Yeah, so these things, they're not winter hardy in our zone.
We're at zone 5.
So we have to dig them up. And so this is what you do.
So this one is a dahlia, actually, or is it a canna lily?
Yeah, this is a canna lily.
This is a canna lily.
Yeah. These are the leaves. So yeah, so you just trim off the stem, just about there, and then you'll have to get all the soil off. And then what you do is, and then you take off all these roots here, because they're going to serve no purpose. They're going to dry out anyways. But yeah, so it's most important to get all the soil off to get make sure there's no moisture around. And stuff like that. You can keep pruning the roots back. And sometimes what I'll even do, if you want to put more effort into it, I even put it in a bucket and I, rinse them.
Okay.
Yeah. I rinse them to get more of the dirt off and then let them dry out even better.
Wow, that's a healthy looking tuber.
Yeah.
Or actually, are they called rhizomes?
Yeah, I think they're called rhizomes, I believe.
We have to look that up.
Yeah, but
okay.
So that's all.
So we have a whole bunch more to do, so
yeah,
we'll get to it.
Yep. There you go.
Now it's recommended that you wait until the leaves are brown after the first killing frost really changes the foliage before you dig up the plants, but it's not 100% necessary. Now, it's better if you use a fork and go around the plant and be very careful, because chances are the tubers have probably grown some since you planted them in the spring. So I'm just making my way through the lot of canna lilies that I dug up from the garden. Now, not all of these had bloomed for me. Some of them are quite small because some of them I had grown from seed when I had planted them in the springtime. They had started from seed. So I'm just making my way, cutting the roots off and getting as much of the dirt off as I possibly can. I have a couple of very large pots. I'm going to do a little bit of an experiment. I'm going to remove a few of the canna lilies and store them as normal. And in my other big pots, I'm going to keep the canna lilies in the pots, the rhizomes in the pots, and mulch them over and keep them in an unheated garage that's frost-free and see if they come back. So I'll just keep going with these, taking the rhizomes apart, putting them out to dry, giving them a good couple of days to really dry out, and then I will store them mulched well in a cardboard box, making sure they get a little ventilation, and I will store them in my basement over the winter until they are ready to be planted again in spring. And that's about it. Wish me luck. Hope they all come back. And thanks for watching, guys.